Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Whatever time of day it is and whatever day it is, I want to thank you for listening to another episode of AJH Politics. I'm Eric. In this episode, we're taking a look at the Topeka, Kansas City Council races here in 2025, where I asked them, why should a libertarian vote for you? I asked the candidates. Before I get into that, I do want to acknowledge that I apologize for any of the awkward pauses and the ums and the AV quality. It is what it is. I know I also did some vulgarity. I would have liked to have said that this should be fairly PG-13, but this is a video about voting, so it's generally meant for an adult audience, and most of it's pretty PG-13, but I dropped some bombs. Moving on, what can we expect? I already told you what the question was. Episode 1 is going to be the incumbent from District 1, which is Karen Hiller, and I just did the incumbents first just because I did. So episode 2 will be from District 1, William Neger. The odd districts are what are up for election here, so next would be District 3, and episode 3 will be incumbent Sylvia Ortiz. Episode 4 for District 3 challenger Daisy Karima. For District 5, Brett Daniel Kell is running unopposed. I reached out to him. He did not respond back to me. I reached out to him again. I haven't still heard anything back. I'm just not really going to chase that down. So it is what it is. Moving on, District 7. Well, Episode 5 for District 7 will be Earl McIntosh, which I want to acknowledge I am involved with his campaign. So I'll try to not be biased about this stuff, but I am involved with his campaign. He's a challenger, District 7 retired. So there's another challenger, and that is Michelle Bradbury. There's no incumbent. And so Michelle Bradbury will be Episode 6 for District 7. Episode 7, we're going back to the mayoral race, Spencer Duncan. And I should mention on the mayoral race as well as on District 1, there was a primary before that because there were multiple persons on, so many people on the candidate, they narrowed it down to just the top 2. And so this is who survived that. And so that was Episode 7 for Spencer Duncan, who is also currently District 8 representative. So the mayor's resigning or retiring. So there's no incumbent, but Spencer Duncan kind of incumbent in terms of having a little asterisk next to his name, maybe. The other challenger will be Episode 8 for mayoral race, Henry McClure. And then at the time when I first made this introduction, 8 of these 12 people had responded, there's 3 people running for District 9, which is where I live, which was a little annoying for me since I would like to get something from them. But I happened to actually just talk to Chris Deister, who's going to be now Episode 9. Now he is a challenger. If I hear from the other challenger, Nick Trammell, or the incumbent Michelle Hoffer, I will try to post those videos if I can. Beforehand, but I'm glad I got in contact with someone. He should be sending me an email with his answer to why should a libertarian vote for you? So without further ado, let's see what they said to that question. Okay, this is now Episode 8 here for Topeka Local Elections 2025. This is for the mayoral's race. This is Henry McClure. And I should mention that this race did have I guess you would call it a primary. I keep on calling it a runoff, but it's a primary, but not like a party primary. There was like 6 or something like that mayoral candidates, and so they did the thing, and now we have the top 2 finishers. So we've already done the other guys. So now let's do Henry McClure. And so I sent this message to him, but he did not respond until after the primary, or at least I wasn't able to publish any sort of response until after that. Primary. So anyway, this is me publishing it now. Anyway, congratulations on making it through to this part of the race there, Henry. And November 4th is the election. So anyway, here we go. So I just sent out to him, why should a libertarian vote for you? Henry McClure responds, as a Republican real estate broker with 45 years of experience, I tell libertarians to vote for me because I understand the value of property rights, free markets, and limited government interference. core principles you hold dear. My decades in real estate have shown me how overregulation and bureaucratic red tape stifle opportunity, drive up costs, and limit individual freedom. I'll fight for lower taxes, fewer zoning restrictions, and policies that let markets, not government, dictate outcome. My track record proves I'm not just talk. I've navigated complex markets, defended property owners' rights, and built wealth through hard work, not handouts. Yet, you want someone who gets that your freedom to live and prosper shouldn't be choked by government overreach. That's me. Okay, cool. Thank you for your response. So, how do I read it? Well, first three words, as a Republican. And if you just stop right there, why should a libertarian vote for me, vote for you? And your sentence is basically, well, because I'm a Republican. Just kind of change the question to, why should a Democrat vote for you? And if you were to say, well, because I'm Republican, you can kind of see how a Democrat would be like, not really making the best sales pitch so far. Now, I will say this, libertarians and Republicans, at least from maybe with me, as well as I think with a good chunk of the party too, they might have like 75% of alignment. But they're also a different party. So it's just kind of, you could have just said as a real estate broker with 45 years experience, you know what I mean? Like you could throw that away and it might actually sell better. But for me, I probably am one of those people that's like 75% aligned with the Republican. So like the idea is that he said, as a Democrat real estate broker with 45 years of experience, and then you go blah, 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 blah from there, it would not sell as well with me. So there's a kind of critique, but if you look at basically the rest of it, I basically agree with just about all of it. When he talks about limiting government, free markets, property rights, lowering taxes, less zoning, property owner rights. Okay, all that sounds good. He also talks about bureaucratic red tape limiting individual freedom, and I do agree with him on that. It's just like as a libertarian, kind of there's financial freedom and then there's personal freedom, and they actually go hand in hand, because if you can be as free as you want with your personal life, but if you're not financially free to be improving it, then you're just, being downtrodden on, financially speaking. And if you can have like all the money in the world, but you have to follow a certain, regime of behavior and not really allowed to express yourself the way that you want to, you're still not free. And as a Republican, I think that idea of individual freedom is something that's kind of lost on that party. So he's absolutely right, though, that you need financial freedom in order to have individual freedom. It would just be nice if Republicans stopped trying to make laws that prevent people from living their life freely like that. But anyway, overall, very nice response here for the mayoral race. Thank you for your answer, Henry. All right. So there it is. Here's my outro. You've watched this episode. Thank you for watching it. I do want to say that as I try to critique everything, maybe a little bit positive here, maybe a little bit negative there, and try to kind of approach it from the lens of, here's an interesting question, even if you're not involved in this election. See how people respond to it, like with kind of this idea of like, what does it actually mean to be a libertarian? What does a politician that's running think of that word? And then I also kind of gave my own critiques, positive and negative. Write down in your comments, do you agree or disagree with how libertarian of a response the answer was? And do you agree or disagree with any of my hot takes on any of that? But other than that, thank you for watching. Bye.